Hello, bonjour, everyone. It is the Fabulous One Zenlin with a new video. I am so sorry that I have not made a video in a while. I'm currently dealing with depression, and it's I don't know. I'm really trying. I don't post on social media that much anymore. I haven't posted on most of my other accounts, my other social media accounts in a month or so. It's I'm really going through it, y'all. You can tell by the way I talk, I'm just exhausted, being sad, depressed. But it's something I've been familiar with my entire life. It just when I was a teenager, it got worse because of the fact that that's when the bullying started. And as an adult, it's things haven't really changed, because I was looking at pictures of myself when I was a little girl, and you can tell by looking in my eyes that even though I was smiling, or at least attempting to smile, there was just so much pain behind my eyes. And this was before I was a teenager. I was when I looked at myself when I was a toddler and stuff, and how I was smiling by the time I was in kindergarten and all that. It just seems like that smile looks different now. I was smiling, but it's there was some pain in my eyes. I don't know. It makes me sad, because I remember when I didn't want to look at my picture, my baby picture, and picture of me when I was a kid, because of the fact that it just reminds me of the crap I had to deal with when I was a child and stuff. And how I wish that, my life would have been different back then. Maybe I would have been a different person today, But I have been depressed because, of course, I miss my father and I miss my brother. So, and, I thought it was in poor taste when another family member was telling, me that my mom should just get over it and move on. I'm I wanted to tell this person, what if it was you who had passed away? Would you want people to tell mom, oh, you need to move on and all that? I get it that you didn't like that person. You didn't like dad either, but you don't say things like that, Because that shit, I'm what did my brother do to you? I'm he didn't do any damn thing, because he was like me. He was the outcast of the family. That's why we stuck together most of the time, because of the fact that, the family didn't really care for us that much, and we didn't care because we had each other, at the times that we would hang out and talk and stuff. We had each other, and he was there for me the whole time when my dad passed. And even he, my stepbrother who had passed away, even he was telling me that he's gone and stuff like that. And then I think the same year, which was last year, I think and months later he passes away. Damn, I'm dad did a lot for, the family and stuff. He don't deserve it. Just my stepbrother doesn't deserve this. And there's people that still walking around here acting like they're so angry and mad at him, like he was the worst person in the world and stuff. And that shit, it bothers me. And no, I'm not gonna move on. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not gonna listen to nobody and let them tell me who to grieve and how I should grieve and remember them. That's up to me and not nobody else. Same thing for my mom. She can continue to grieve her child and her husband. So just because you don't have nobody and you ain't trying to get nothing, doesn't mean everybody else gotta be yeah, we gotta move on, And this is why I call black men warlocks and demons and stuff. Or black people in general, they just satanic cult, in my opinion, because of the fact that they just so fucking evil to me. I hate to hear them talk at times. I hate to see them sometimes. It's just I'm just over it. But let me go ahead and get into the topic, because I was originally going to put some music in the background from a video game I played back in 95 or 96. Well, I'm guessing I'm having a Mandela effect, because I cannot find that song anywhere on YouTube. I can't find it nowhere. I've been looking and looking and looking, what the fuck is this damn song? It's just got some other song. I'm I don't remember this from this game. This was not in that game. I played that game. That was not the song that was in that game. So yeah, I'm just having a Mandela effect. But Let's go ahead and get into the topic. I done already wasted about 5 minutes of your time, so let's go ahead and discuss this scandal that's going on in one of the towns in Louisiana. And I'm not surprised. I'm really not. But at first, I was about to go in on the white woman until I discovered that it was a teenager, somebody that's a minor. And I was like, you know what, let me just fall back on it, because everybody know how I feel about white women. I can't stand white women. I don't want a damn thing to do with white women, and they can't seem to understand that shit. But they gonna get the hint if they fuck with me one of these days. But yeah, anyway, I'm here to talk about this because it's absolutely fucking disgusting. So, former mayor of Port Allen, Derek Lewis, was arrested Wednesday afternoon on felony charges of indecent behavior with a juvenile and contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. Oh, man. Lewis, 64, allegedly had an inappropriate relationship with an underage teen, according to sources. He is currently locked up in the West Baton Rouge Parish Detention Center. The West Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office confirmed to the I-Team that the investigation began on August 11 after a complaint was made about alleged sexual misconduct involving Lewis and a juvenile at their place of employment. Through the course of investigation, detectives learned Lewis allegedly provided alcohol to the juvenile and engaged in indecent actions, the sheriff's office told the I-Team. Detectives anticipate additional charges and say additional arrests may follow. In June of 2012, Lewis was sentenced in federal court to 40 months in prison and had to forfeit nearly $20,000. Lewis pled guilty to RICO, according to federal investigators back in 2012. Lewis was part of a number of officials who were convicted in federal sting operation called Operation Blighted Officials. It led to the convictions of St. Gabriel Mayor George Grace, New Roads Mayor Tommy Nelson, White Castle Mayor Maurice Brown, and a number of other individuals who accepted bribes in exchange for promoting a fake company called Cypher 5000, which was set up by the feds. Lewis was the first official to cooperate and was praised by federal authorities at the time, and was given a much lower sentence than he would have otherwise faced. This is a development story. Check back for updates. And now we're going to read the updates before I chime in. The West Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office says Lewis is now also charged with third-degree rape following evidence uncovered in the ongoing investigation. Deputies have also arrested Wynette Williams, 67, of Port Allen on charge of contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. This is a development story. Check back for updates. I can't even whistle right now. Like, I'm not shocked. I'm really not shocked. I've been mumbling this whole time, but now I gotta raise my voice because this shit pisses me off. I actually learned about this prior to his arrest, because I don't know if it was my nephew or it was my mother who told me that this same dude, Lewis, was messing with that same girl, or may have been another girl, because he's the manager of a store in that town. And when you go to that town, it's mostly teenage girls there, along with some older, a couple of older women, not that many, but it'd be mostly teenagers working there. I remember there was a white girl years ago that was at the window, when you go cash your check and stuff like that. I'm not sure if she's still there, because whenever I would go through that town and go to that store, I don't look that way. I just get my stuff and just go, because the less contact with people, the better. So I don't know, because let me be graphic and forgive me, what I'm about to say, but he or she said that Lewis was taking this young lady into the bathroom and having her perform fellatio on him. This is a 64-year-old fucking man. I mean, you guys can go back and watch that video on my channel entitled Freddy's Dead to see that these dudes don't seem to have no type of moral compass or nothing about them. Like, they perverse as children all the way to old age. And this is not me excusing other races. I'm not talking about other races. I'm not a part of other races other than being, Native American. But damn, like, why the hell? What? Just like what does it remind you of? What happened like months ago to a certain idiot, imbecile, another old ass, black ass nigga just like this one. He got caught out there with a 19-year-old, and she took a lot of his fucking money. It's the same money he didn't want to give to his own fucking daughter who was getting married. Only gave her $30,000, but you gave this bitch millions, and she's retiring from OnlyFans and turning to religion, according to what I saw. Like, what the? These dudes are stupid, and I've been saying this for a long damn time. These dudes are stupid. Stupid. You gonna sit up here and you gonna throw your life away behind this shit, and I wouldn't be surprised he's gonna suffer like more charges because this was a white girl. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it's a white girl. I know the news ain't gonna say it because the person's a minor. It is a white girl. I don't think she was the one that came forward about it. I think, according to the article, somebody else reported this. Because from what I heard, this was an ongoing thing between him and her. I'm like, what, ma'am, young lady, I'm really, really sorry, like, for what happened to you. But let me tell you something. And I won't, if any other girl that's a teenager that's watching this, let me tell you something. There's no life in being with an old man. An older man at that. I know that, this shit ain't old news. This been going on for like, I think, centuries, but I know it's nowadays everybody trying to push these young ladies into the arms of old men. Like, I don't understand this shit. Hell, it happened to me when I was a little girl. And again, that's why I don't like to look at pictures of me when I was younger, because, I was being groomed in grown men, even though, and it ain't just, old grown men, it's black men. And I've been, like I told my mom, I was like, these dudes are scary. Like, they really do scare me, because you don't know what they're capable. I mean, you know what they're capable of, but you just don't know, when they're going to strike. Just like you can be friends with them and then they pop up talking about, I don't like you, you're old and you're not attractive. I'm like, dude, we were just friends. Like, they are just delusional, paranoid, and way too fucking sexual. Like, you can't even be friends with these damn clowns. You can't even be friendly with old black men because they want to flirt. They want to try and touch you. They want to try to give you money and thinking you in a relationship. Like, what the hell is wrong with these damn dudes? What is wrong with them? Please comment in the comment section. Please tell me what's wrong with these damn dudes. You don't think a black woman deserves a damn thing, but you're ready to fuck everything over to give everything to back into the hands of a white man, the same white man you claim oppressing you, and he's doing this and all that to you. He's not doing a damn thing to you that you're not allowing him to do to you. I remember back in 2004 when I really used to go in on black men. One of the things one of them popped up and said to me was, "You too hard on black men." And my issue with that statement is, nobody's hard enough on y'all. Y'all really need to get y'all mental health in check. Like, something is wrong with y'all. I remember when I was a little girl, I never liked black boys. Like, it's just something about them. They scare me. They too violent. They sexual at the same time. It's weird. Like, they act like animals almost. There was nothing this girl could do for you. This is a fucking kid. I get it, she's not a small child, but she's still under the age of fucking 18. She can't do a damn thing for you. Because he was, according to my sources, he was messing with other women at the job, more age appropriate women, whatever. I don't agree with it because he's married, or at least was married. And he was, messing with them. I think he got a child with somebody that works at that store too. And I think that was the one who got, I'm trying to see, let me look at the article again. She's the one, I think she's it, I don't know. But he had a wife. He was with a real light-skinned Creole looking chick and got a little real light-skinned daughter. She used to work at the store. I don't know what happened to her, when I would go there, and I never saw her. I haven't seen her in years, because I don't frequent that area in that store. But it's like, I'm trying to figure out, I lost my train of thought. I apologize. I'm trying to figure out what this lady had to do with it. And she's older than him by 3 years, 67. Listen to me when I say this, y'all. Listen to me good. If you want to know who's the main culprit around a lot of fuckery with black men, it's black women. It's black women. All the fuckery that black men get away with in that fucking community, you can almost be 10 times out of 10. Black women are behind it. They know what's going on. And sometimes they the architects behind his madness, starting with his mother, his grandmother, and on down to the bitches he deal with. Because you black women got to take some accountability too with how you guys enable black men's insanity. I'm not writing nothing down. I'm not reading nothing. I'm speaking from the heart. Like, you guys are just as crazy and evil as they are. Like, ma'am, knew this was going on, and you pushed this shit. Like, what was in it for you? Was you getting off on him sleeping with this little white girl? That's a reason why a lot of black girls can't come forward about being essayed, because of the fact that black women, usually their mothers, their grandmothers, telling them to be quiet, shut up, it didn't happen, I don't believe you. And like, I'm speechless right now. Like, why the hell would you go along with this shit? What kind of satisfaction do you get out of what happened to that girl? Like, yeah, like, I think in the article it said, from what I read, yeah, he was having a relationship with this girl, because from one of my sources, they said that they were, they were screwing around. And I'm thinking, my nephew knows, because, he hangs out with trailer trash white boys. I think one of his trailer trash friends probably knew that girl. And who's to say, knowing how white girls are, and not white women, period, she probably gonna say he put her up to it, which he probably did. Even if she, was like, hey, we should do this. That it don't matter. She's still a teenager. And by law, that's considered statutory R word, and you're not supposed to be having an inappropriate relationship with somebody young enough to be your grandchild or great grandchild, depending on, because of how the times is nowadays. You'll be a great grandmother in your fucking 40s. Like, that's some crazy ass shit though. It really is. But I'ma say this: when there's a business and it's a black man in charge, or a black woman, I'm gonna be completely honest, because I've had experience with both of them. Don't waste your fucking time. Go try and work somewhere else. I'm being very serious, because 10 times out of 10, there's gonna be some inappropriate shit going on, just like what happened at my job before the last one, when I was working under black people, even though there was a white manager at the time, and then years later, a black bitch came in charge. It's gonna be some inappropriate shit going on, because when I was working at that job, and I'm gonna mention it in that video when I eventually make that video, is how there was a guy there, a black dude. He was interested in me, and mind you, he was a store manager, and I'm like, I don't know you, and I'm not interested. And the whole couple of years I've been working there, that man was still interested in me. What's up, Zen? Wanna go to this party? I'm like, what party? He's like, oh, it's a I wasn't really paying attention, because usually when they start talking, just like I am with old white men, I don't care what the fuck you're talking about, just go and get your thoughts out and go and head on. So after I decline, he gets up angrily. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's a method to their madness, where they're nice 1 minute and they turn into what their real selves are, which is the devil. And that's when my stupid bitch with black bitch store manager was like, yeah, Zen, he been liking, he been wanting you. Again, this is inappropriate. We're working together. And don't get me wrong, there were couples working at that store, but no. Hell no. This is inappropriate. And not to mention the dude is ugly and has kids, probably with more than one woman. And to top it off, I would see him talking to other, women. And then when there was one girl, young lady, she was kind of shy to talk to me. And I was like, you can talk to me. And then she said, yeah, Zan, he was probably messing around with all the women here. I'm like, but she said girls at the time. He was messing around with all the girls at this door. I'm like, oh, let me guess, he tried to come on to you too. Like, what the fuck? And then one time there was this Creole looking shit, long, curly black hair, she standing there talking to another girl, and he comes by and starts caressing her hair as he walked by, and she's confused and looks and she realizes it was him, and she, like kind of shrugged it off, like, what the fuck? Like, keep your hands to yourself. Shit. And also, speaking about that guy, the guy that liked me at the fucking job, come to find out from that weirdo who stopped talking to me 2 months ago, good riddance, he actually got fired. He got terminated from that job. And guess what the reason was? One, he was stealing, which was nothing new because we been knew they were stealing. And number two, for having an inappropriate relationship with women on the job and possibly sexually assaulting them. I don't mean to say that. S.A. I mean. So yeah, trust me. If you work under them around black people, it's gonna be some fuckery. I'm telling you, not even white girls are safe at these jobs. Because when I was working at McDonald's, that white girl quit after that black woman raised her voice at her. She was done. Because they more likely gonna take shit from another white person before they let you disrespect them. Even though she had a biracial child and all that shit, but they still carry on white supremacist mindset, thinking that black women are beneath them and black people are beneath them, even though they mess around with black men and want their cute little trophy babies. And forgive me for saying that because the children are innocent. They didn't ask to be here, but they get their little pretty babies and shit, but they still don't like black people. I be ducking their ass. I be interacting with the kids, I wave and smile at them, but I keep them pushing because I don't want to interact with you, ma'am. That ain't no window for you to climb in and think we gonna be cool and all that shit. No, ma'am. But yeah, you definitely ain't safe under them because there's gonna be some fuck shit going on. And then black women in management, they're very, very disrespectful and threatening and shit like that. Sometimes they'll try to financially abuse you, blackmail you and all this shit. It's some crazy ass shit. But I'm glad that this young lady is getting some justice, and people need to be careful with promoting this sugar baby lifestyle too, because these girls are getting on the internet and they thinking, oh, let me try and advance my career by what? Sleeping with a manager at a local grocery store? No, ma'am. No. That's not it. Now, you're a fully grown woman, you do whatever you want to do with your body or whatever. That's not me trying to police nobody, but you up there sleeping with a manager. And he's old enough to be your great-grandfather at that. I'm like, come on, man. This ain't it. Go to school. Work your job. Go to school. Go to college and move on to some bigger and better things. This is not it. These dudes are fucking creeps, though. I was just at the casino yesterday. I had on some blue jeans because, I'm rocking my Sweetening thing on. I got my blue jeans on, whole outfit, blue jean, halter top, blue jean, butt lifting jean, blue jean jacket, and I'm walking through, all the men turn around and look. So I caught the attention of this one warlock. He's like, how you doing? I ignore him. I walk up closer. How you doing? I turn my head and kept walking. Like, what part of that don't you understand? And do you think he was done? Absolutely not. So he decides to come sit by me, and I'm looking in the corner of my eye. I was like, motherfucker. And I'm sounding like Van Ness Wu from Relentless Fear. Motherfucker. I'm like, he just looking at me in his eyes. I'm like, these dudes are demons. They are demons. And I'm thinking he gonna get up and move after he done lost his money. Oh no, he's still sitting there. So I heard him in care style, and I told my mom I'm gonna go move somewhere else. And one thing I don't like about my mom, calling my name out in front of people. Like, I hate that shit. Like, Lynn, I'm like, shh, be quiet, man. Damn it. oh man, it's just annoying. I don't want these people knowing my name. I don't use my real name on social media and all that stuff, and I barely show my fucking face, but I'm like, damn, don't call my name out. Damn. But yeah, stay away from these damn dudes, and don't let black women, because black women are what I would call the Satan of the black community, and black men are the Lucifer of the black community, because black people are just not, I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah, Lucifer and Satan are two different people, according to some people's interpretations. But they're not gonna do a damn thing to help you when you need help with, dealing with situations. If you get assaulted on the job, because it has happened to me, they're not gonna do nothing, and the guy gonna continue. Because sometimes when you working around black men, a lot of black men got a lot of mental issues, so the black women too, but I'm talking specifically about black men. They have a lot of mental issues. A lot of them got like all these different personalities and shit. Like they just some screwed up people. Black women too, they got that shit too. Like they'll be smiling and they'll be frowning next. It's crazy. Like they are the kings and queens of mood swinging, and I ain't never seen that with other races but them. Like it's insane. Like I said, I think that's the indication of a split personality that they have. But nothing's gonna get done if you don't, if you work under them. So that's why I advise people just don't work under them, because they have like a gang-like mentality. They have cliques and shit. So not to say that white people don't, but because it was definitely there when I was working at my last job. And you just gotta be careful, because if you report shit, at least when I was reporting shit with that job, shit kind of subsided for a bit, but then it kind of picked up again at the end to the, that was the last of it, and I just didn't show back up to work. Like, it's just something about the South. It's just a wicked ass place. And I can't wait till I make my next video where I talk about how demonic, certain cities are in Louisiana. I mean, it's demonic all over Louisiana. But I'm definitely going to be talking about that very, very soon. I'm just dealing with a lot of depression right now. I'm really trying to get back at it, so I won't have you guys feeling like I've forsaken you. I haven't. I'm going to always continue to make content on here. But this situation, I had to speak about it because of the fact that I've been preyed on by men his age, like barely out of my fucking teens and shit. And then you got adult women up there trying to make it seem like it's normal. It's not normal. I don't care what biology tells you and all that shit, You don't need to be trying to pursue no woman that's barely legal. Hell, you don't need to be trying to pursue a woman that's got a significant amount of years on you. Ain't nothing wrong with being with somebody your age, somebody, that can relate to you. You got the same experiences and shit like that. How the fuck you want somebody that's like 20, 30, fucking 40 years younger than you? That's some weird shit, but hey, I'm not gonna drag this on too long. It's just, please protect your daughters, man. I'm telling you, it's rough out here. Murder, suicides are on the rise and shit, especially in the black community. If you don't tell your daughters you love them, somebody is gonna say they love them, and they'll believe them. You don't have to take my word for it, and that's when shit gonna hit the fan. Then please just protect your girls. It's too much shit going on here, and please stay away from toxic ass people who are in toxic relationships with toxic partners, because you don't want to get caught up, because they're unaliving friends too and family members. It's crazy out here, y'all. I really do hope that everybody make it, and hope I make it too, because I'm just damn. Okay, I'm gonna thank you all for taking the time to listen to this video. I know it was hard to get through for you as it was for me, because it's just, it's a very touching topic. I don't like predators. I don't like people preying on people who don't want them, and even if they wanted them, that's too damn young, man. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening to this video. If you find this video of use, please feel free to comment, share, and feel free to donate if you want. If there's anything you want me to talk about, you have to donate. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Au revoir.